Don't let a thought that popped up for a second be longer than a second. Don't let that moment be longer than a moment. CEOs, what's up? It's your boy CEO Option. I'm back with another video. And even though it can be overwhelming at times, even though it feels 10 times worse than last time, even though it seems more realer than the previous one, do not stop continuing on with your day. In other words, propelling forward. Regardless of the negative thoughts that you may have, the negative scenarios that you may have, the negative emotions that you may feel, remind oneself whenever needed that you are your only limit, that you are the most permanent thing in your life. Thus, feel it, can keep it pushing. If not you, who then? If not you, who will? Reality is what you do next. And with that being said, I have these 2 screenshots that I feel like go best with what I had to share with you for today. Yeah, you. The first one says this: be intentional with your time. I'm gonna say it one more time. Be intentional with your time. Second but not least. Second but not last. Why do I always do this to myself? Last but not least, the second one says this: starve your distractions and feed your focus. I'm gonna say that one more time. Starve your distractions and feed your focus. With that being said, all I want to just say in closing for today's video is this: like, yo, reminder, you're obviously, I don't know about you, but obviously we're not trying to have thoughts that make us feel anxious, that cause us to have anxiety, feel stressed, like it makes you feel stressed. But you got to realize that, like, you really can't control the type of thoughts that you have, let alone like when they happen. But the one thing you can control is when they do happen, you can control how you react, what you choose to do next. The first screenshot says be intentional with your time, right? So acknowledge those thoughts, acknowledge those emotions for what they truly are right there in that moment. Instead of deflecting, instead of pushing it to the side, instead of letting it grow and spiral into another thought or an even way crazier emotion, like, acknowledge it. And a lot of the times you realize that that's just you being in your head. That's just thoughts, these scenarios that feel so real, but in reality, they're really fake. But that's just you being in your head. So you being intentional with your time is you acknowledging it, feeling it, and pushing forward, continuing on with your day instead of remaining in your head. Instead of letting these thoughts spiral into another scenario, another new negative thought. Like, it's just crazy how our mind works. And I've said this multiple times: where your attention goes is what grows. So starve your distractions. In other words, starve whatever makes you feel weird. Do not give it any more of your time, especially when you've already acknowledged right there and then that it doesn't correlate to your surroundings. Like, whatever you think, whatever you're feeling, like, a lot of the times when you actually ask yourself and distinguish, like, your surroundings and what you think and what you feel, you realize that it doesn't add up. It's just crazy how our mind just makes us feel like we're, like, there's some danger going on, when in reality there isn't, like, those type of flight or flight responses, you feel me? But it's like, again, be intentional with your time. You know, do not allow yourself to waste any more time, to not let your day go by, for you not to conquer your day, to overcome your day in the way that you would like, just because of how you feel, just because of a thought that you intentionally didn't even try to have, but it did happen, right? Like, be able to push forward. You can. You are your only limit, and you are the most permanent thing in your life. So don't let a thought that popped up for a second be longer than a second. Don't let that moment be longer than a moment. You feel me? So yeah, that's pretty much it that I felt like sharing with y'all. Like, even though, you know, you may feel overwhelmed, it can be overwhelming, even though, you know, what you feel feels way worse than what it did before, like earlier on your day. Obviously, I don't know about you, but me personally, I have more than one bad thought sometimes. It could be a day where I have just bad thoughts, right? But it's like, at the end of the day, I just got to push forward. I can't just let what I feel, you know, dictate and deter me from having a great day, having a day that, you know, is me being me, you know? So understand that you can't control it, those thoughts, but you can control your actions. You can control your efforts and what you choose to do next. Reality is what you do next. And that's the most important thing you got to realize is, like, regardless of what you think, regardless of the scenario and how fake it is, even though it feels so real, right? And regardless of how you feel and how it makes you feel, reality is what you do next. Straight up, straight like that. Reality is what you choose to do next. It's what you do next. So choose all of you. All right, with that being said, that's pretty much it that I felt like sharing with y'all for today. I apologize if you've heard, like, a few cars just driving by. Can't control that, right? But I can control my actions, my efforts, and just what I choose to do next, which is obviously just talking to you. But actually, really, I'm just about to end this video for now. But I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow, as per usual. All right, it's your boy CEO Habsha. And yeah, it's your boy CEO Habsha, and I'm gonna catch you tomorrow. I love y'all. Peace.